Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will see what a switch case or switch statement. It is used for multiple fixed value checks. What it means, suppose I have to write a code in which I will get input as number of day and I have to print which day that number corresponds to. For example, if the input is 1, I have to print the day is Monday. If the input is 2, I have to print the day is Tuesday. And similarly, if the input is 7, I have to print the day is Sunday. Like this, I'm getting a fixed value. So 1, 2, 3, these are fixed value. This can also be done using if-else statement, but it is more convenient to use switch statement when we have fixed value as input. If we want to evaluate certain conditions, then it is more convenient to use if-else statement. For example, as seen in our previous video, we want to evaluate certain condition using relational operators like age greater than 18 or age less than 18, or using certain logical operations like age greater than 18 and has a valid passport. Such conditions we can, if we have to evaluate such conditions, it is generally safe to go with if else statement. And if you have a fixed input in that condition, you can go for switch case. Now, what kind of input we can pass to switch case statement? It supports primitives like byte, short, int, char, wrapper classes of the same primitives byte, short, int, integer character. So what are wrapper classes? You can, as of now, you can consider it as similar to byte, short, int, char, but it will have some additional features. We will see once we study classes and object. We will have a detailed lecture on wrapper classes as well. It will support string and enum. Again, enum is another type of class which we will see in our upcoming lectures. But as of now, you can consider it as some constant that you can use with switch statement. We will see how to use these input types once we start to code. So let's open our IntelliJ IDEA and there we will see how switch case works. So I have opened my IntelliJ IDEA and I have created a new class called control flow switch demo. Inside this, we will see examples for switch statement. But before that, I have copied this piece of code from our previous video. So we have seen this piece of code in a previous video. I have copied the same code and here what we are doing, we have an age variable using if else statement. We are checking whether the age is greater than 18. Code will enter into this block. Again, we are checking if the person has a valid voting card, then we are printing person is eligible to vote. Else we are printing person has a valid age, but he is not eligible to vote. And similarly, if his age is not greater than 18, we are printing person is not eligible to vote. So we have seen this code in a previous video. So if you want to evaluate some condition, based on that condition, you have to do some work or you have to execute some logic, then you can go for if else statement. So here I am evaluating a condition if age greater than 18, or you can also write like this. You can remove this and you can perform logical operations and has voting card. So if these both conditions are true, then I can print the person is eligible to vote. So you can do something like this as well. So the point is, if you want to evaluate some condition and after evaluating that condition, you have to execute some piece of logic, then you can go for if else statement. But when to use switch statement, we will see now. So I will remove this code and we will see example of switch case, or I will just comment this piece of code as of now. And let's see one example. Now we will write a code in which the input will be the number of day and I have to print which day that number corresponds to. So for example, if the number is 1, I have to print the day is Monday. If the number is 2, I have to print the day is Tuesday and likewise. So I will just write a comment here, program to print the day based on day number. So I have to write a program for this. So I will, in this case, I will go for switch. Suppose I have a variable to store the day number, int number of day. Suppose my day number is 1. So in that case, I have to print the day is Monday. So I will make use of switch and I will pass this number of day variable, and inside this we have to write case. So case statement 1, We have to write certain cases. For example, if the number of day evaluates to 1, in that condition I have to print the day is Monday. So this is our first case. Now similarly I have to write case 2. If the number of day is 2, I have to print day is Tuesday. Similarly, I will just copy paste for all other days 3, 4, 5. So for case 3, it will be Wednesday. Case 4, it will be Thursday. Case 5, it will be Friday. Case 6, it will be Saturday. And case 7, it will be Sunday. So our all the 7 cases are ready. Now suppose if someone is passing an invalid day number, for example, someone is passing 8 or 9. So there is no day for 8 or 9. So in that case, we can print a default case. If the number is other than this number, I can print invalid day because we only have 7 days in a week. So our code is ready. If I look at the code, my number of day is 1. So ideally I should get output as the day is Monday. Let's run this code and see what output do we get. So yeah, if we look at the output, I'm getting all the output. All the statements are getting printed. Day is Monday, day is Tuesday, Wednesday. But ideally my output should be the day is Monday because my input is 1. Now why it is happening? Here we have to use jump statement. So what are jump statements? There are 3 jump statements here I have mentioned. So we will be using the first one, break, in this code, and it is used with switch and loops. So we have not seen loops yet. We are using it with switch now. So what a jump statement, as the name suggests, it will ask your execution flow to jump out of the switch. So whenever your condition is met, suppose my condition is met at the case 1 itself. I don't want the rest of the code to get executed. So I can apply break here. I can use this jump statement. So what will happen? Once this condition is satisfied, it will jump out of the switch. So the entire switch statement, once the break is applied, this statement will not be executed and it will jump out of this switch statement. So we will get output as the day is Monday, which is our desired output. So let's execute now and see whether we are getting the desired output or not. Yeah, we are getting day is Monday. Now suppose if I make this day as 3, ideally I should get output as Wednesday. It will check case 1. No, it is not met. Condition is not met. Case 2, again, case 2 condition is not met. Again it will go to case 3. Yeah, day is Wednesday. So I should get output as Wednesday. If I run this, see what is happening here. It came to case 1, condition is not satisfied, so it will become false. Again it came to case 2, condition is not satisfied, it will become false. Again it came to case 3, here the condition is satisfied, right? Case 3 condition is satisfied, so it will print this statement. After this, it will not check any condition. It will directly keep on printing the next statement because there is no break. We have not applied any break. So once the case statement is satisfied, it will not check rest of the condition. It will directly keep on printing all the statements. So it starts printing all the remaining statement without checking any condition. Condition is checked only once. So if we apply break here, suppose I use break, now what will happen? It will check case 1 false, case 2 false, case 3 condition satisfied. It will print the statement. It will see break. It will jump out of the switch. So rest of the case statement will be ignored. So in this case, we will get our output as the day is Wednesday. Yeah, we are getting the desired output. So this break statement, we have to use it everywhere so that once the condition is satisfied and the statement is printed, the code of the flow of execution will jump out of the switch and it does not print remaining statement. So I hope it is clear. I have copied this break statement everywhere. So this is how switch works. Now if I give any number of day, it will work perfectly fine. Suppose I am giving 5, so I should get output as Friday. Yeah. And if I give input as 7, I should get output as Sunday. And if I am giving any other number other than 1 to 7, suppose I am giving 18. Now the flow of execution will go directly to default case, invalid day. So this condition will be satisfied, default condition, and system will print invalid day. So this is how switch statement works. Now this can be done using if else as well, but then again you have to write a long if else if ladder. By using switch, you can write it in much more cleaner and more readable way. So I hope it is clear how to use switch and what is the difference and when to use if else if and when to use switch statement. In if you have any conditions, for example, these types of conditional statement, you should always go with if else. But if you have any fixed value as input, for example, this number of days of fixed value, in this case, we are not applying any conditional statement or we are not using any relational operator or logical operator. In that case, you can directly go for switch statement, which is much more cleaner and more readable. Also, we can make use of break statement to avoid fall through. Fall through meaning we have seen like if we are not using break statement, it will keep on printing all the statements. So that is called fall through. So we can use break statement to avoid fall through. But still, we can see there are a lot of lines of code, and can we make it more concise? So yeah, after Java 14, switch expressions were introduced. With switch expression, you don't have to write this break statement as well. You can use something like this. You can use these arrows, and you don't have to even write those break statements. This feature was introduced in Java 14, and I will show you how it works. I will just remove this break statement and I will add these arrows instead. We'll quickly do it for all the other statements as well. So remove the break statement and add arrows. So now you can see it has become much more concise. It will work in the same way. So suppose I have an input as number of days 1. So it will come to the first condition, case 1. So 1 matches. So it will be number of days 1, case is 1. So this is satisfied. So this statement will be printed and we don't have to use break statement here for to avoid fall through. It will automatically print this statement and it will come out of this switch. So if I run this code, I will still get the same output. Day is Monday. And suppose days, number of days 5, I should get output as Friday. So you can see this has become much more concise and much more cleaner. So that is the advantage of switch statements. So you can write your code like this as well. Now we will have a look at another example. I will first comment this piece of code. Now suppose I want to write a code in which I have to print whether the day is a weekday or a day is weekend. For example, if the input is Monday, we have to print it is a weekday, and if the input is Saturday or Sunday, we have to print it is a weekend. So we will write code for that. Now this time I will go ahead and I will declare a string type variable, string day, and suppose my day is Monday. I will start writing switch statement for that. Switch day. So we will use switch expressions which we used above like this. So case this time we have to use Monday because this is the value which we have to compare. So this day will be passed. I want to compare that value with this string. So Monday I have to print the day is weekday. Similarly, I will copy 7 times and I will just add it. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And for Saturday and Sunday, I will make it weekend. So my code is ready. So now let's run this and see what will be the output. So ideally, I should get the day is weekday. So if I run this, yeah, I'm getting output as day is weekday. If I change it to Saturday, in this case, I will get output as days weekend. So this is how you can make use of case statement. So in this example, we have used a string data type as input. In above example, we used integer data type as input. So it was an integer data type. Now if we look at this code, we can see we are repeating the same statements again and again. So this statement we have repeated 5 times, and this statement we have repeated 2 times. So instead of repeating it, we can just remove this and we can add it here, Tuesday. So what I have done, I have just merged this statement with the first case because the output is same for both the cases. Similarly, for case 3, that is case Wednesday, also I can just merge it here and remove this case. Same I can do for Thursday and Friday. So I will just copy this, add a comma, and just I will add on Friday as well. And I will remove these two statements. Now I will do the same thing for other two statements because they too have the same output. So I will just write Sunday here and I will remove this case statement. And yeah, that's it. If you want to add any default statement, you can add default as well, like invalid day. Yeah, so our code is ready. You can see it has become so clean and concise. If I run this, I will get the same output. So for Saturday, I'm getting days weekend. For Monday, I will get the days weekday. So this is how you can make use of switch expressions for writing your switch cases. Now we have seen switch cases with string data type and switch cases with integer data type. So let's go ahead and see one example with enums. So I will just copy the same code and I will try to make use of enums in this. I will just copy paste and I will comment this piece of code. Before going ahead, let's discuss what is enums. Enums are special type of classes which is used to define set of constant. Now, what are constant? These values Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These can be considered as constant. Now, what is the advantage of using constant? For example, multiple people are working on the same project and different developers can write Monday in different ways. For example, somebody can write Monday as MON, somebody can write the full spelling, or somebody can write it in all caps or all small letter. So I don't want that to happen. I want to have a standard in which everyone will use the same spelling or same value for Monday. So in that case, I can go for enums. So how we can declare an enum? I will go ahead and create a new Java class and I will select enum type and I will name it as day because it will hold days of the week. So I will just name it as days. Inside this, I will go ahead and I will just write my day how I want it to be. So I want it in all caps. So I will go ahead and write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I have declared my enum class. Now, instead of using this string values, I can go for enums. So how to use this enum? I have to declare it first. So I want enum type. So I will just write days because name of the enum is days. So I will use days. I will name of the variable and days dot. For example, I have to check for Monday. Now this I will comment. I will not pass this. So this I have commented. I want to check the value for Monday and this days I can pass it inside the switch case. And here too, instead of string, I need to replace it with my constant. So Monday, this I will replace with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Similarly here, I will replace the string values with Saturday and Sunday. and rest of the code will be same. Just I have replaced the string values with enums. Here what I am doing, I want to check whether Monday is a weekday or a weekend. So I have declared enum and I have assigned value for days dot Monday because I want to check for Monday. Now this days variable I'm passing to the switch statement and I have replaced all the string values with enum type. So these constant I have used here. Now if I run this code, now what will happen if I run this code? It will take this Monday and it will check this Monday in case. So where Monday is matching, so it is matching in the first case. So I will get output as the day is weekday. So if I run this code, I should get the same output, day is weekday. And if I run, suppose I want to check for Sunday. So in this case, I should get days weekend. And another advantage is it will not allow you to pass any invalid day. So you can remove this default statement. So suppose I'm trying to pass some random ABC, which was possible in case of string, but in this case it is not possible. It will not allow you to enter any invalid day. So this is another advantage of using enum. So I have to pass it like this, days dot Friday. It will make sure that I'm passing a valid value inside the switch statement. So if I run this, I should get the output as day is weekday. So this is another advantage of using enum. We will see enums in more detailed way in our upcoming lectures. But as of now, you can consider it as a way of defining set of constants. So I hope it is clear. So that was all about enums. I will just write comment here enums. Now next we will see use of yield keyword inside switch statements. So I will just comment this. This was use of enums. Now we will see use of yield keyword. So for this I will just copy our previous code from here. Instead of writing it again, I will just make use of this code. I will uncomment this and suppose I don't want to print it like this, the day is Monday, day is Tuesday. I want to store it inside a variable. Like I want to store it inside a string variable instead of printing it like this. So what I can do, I can define a string variable. Let me define it here, string, and the variable name is day, and I will assign the switch directly to that variable. So I will cut it and I will paste it here. So it is giving me a lot of errors. So I will remove these statements. Let me remove this print statement and colon, and I can make use of yield keyword. Sorry, it will be yield, yield keyword. So what it will do, yield will help me to assign the output to this string variable. Similarly, I will do for other cases as well. So let me remove this print and I will remove this colon, yield, remove this print statement, colon, yield, remove this bracket. So I forgot yield. So I have updated my code here. So the use of yield, as of now, I think you have understood what is the use of yield. Yield is used to assign the output to this string variable. So if you want to assign it, whatever the output will be, if you want to assign that output to a variable, you can go for yield statements. So if I run this, again, if I run this, nothing will happen because I have not printed this variable. So I need to print it. I will use print statement and I will print. So I should get number of days 5. It will look for 5. So case 5 and the day is Friday. The day is Friday will be stored inside this day variable and I should get output as day is Friday. Yeah. So this is how you can make use of yield statement. Yield is basically used to assign the output to a variable. So that was all about yield. Now what is the difference between break and yield? Break will help you to jump out of this switch Once this case condition is met and the corresponding statement is executed, it will not return any value. It will not assign this value to the variable. Whereas yield will return the value, or it will help you assign the value to the variable. So that is the difference between break and yield keyword. So that was all about switch case statements in Java. We have seen different ways to write switch case statement, and when to use switch case statement, and when to go for if else conditional statement. If you have any doubts, you can mention it in the comment section. Till then, see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.